Sherman and Tingle in the morning.
Like sands through an hourglass. Like stolen riding mowers through the gates of Soldier Field. Like inappropriate activity by a defensive coordinator. And the quarterback throwing his coaches under the bus. So goes the Bears of our lives. When last we left the locker room, Khalil was talking with the QB.
All I want to do is score a rushing touchdown, Justin.
But will Justin Fields give him the ball?
Don't worry, Khalil. I'll get you the ball. No, you won't! I'll get you the ball!
No amount of overacting can save Coach Eberflus from the team's frustration.
We got beat by Baker Mayfield, Coach. How are we going to beat Russell Wilson?
Perhaps Taylor Swift can shake off the skybox crowds. But can Chase Claypool shake off his detest for the failing Fields?
Oh, I don't know, Justin. Maybe don't hold on to the ball for 3 seconds.
Shut up!
And if the coach can't do it, perhaps Virginia McCaskey can whip Claypool into shape.
Oh, Chase Claypool, you've been a bad boy. You're not gonna miss any more blocks, are you?
Oh, okay, Virginia, please stop.
What's that? I can't hear you with that sock in your mouth.
I'll block, I promise.
Yes, Claypool may miss a block, but you don't miss another edition of The Bears of Our Lives.
See?
On the Sherman and Tingle Show.
Shut up. At least there's some positivity.
It's like a soap opera, though. The Bears of our lives will continue until we get a decent, solid victory.
At least, there's backstories for many episodes of the Bears of our lives. And speaking of the Bears, there he is right there from Fox 32, Lou Canellis.
The man.
Oh, Lou, it gets more and more difficult every week, doesn't it?
Cheese just asked me if I drank alcohol. How about lots of it during a Bears season?
Oh, God. I feel for you because you're so chipper, especially before your game. You're counting down on Fox 32 before the game, and you have to be positive, and I give you credit. And
I can't help it. I'm such a fan, guys. I told you, we first started talking last year. I have been a season ticket holder since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
I remember going in my snowmobile outfit at the age of 6 to those games and watching Bob Avellini and Greg Latta and the older guys that are listening right now. You remember those days out at Soldier Field. I have so much love for this franchise. It crushes me. I promise you, it hurts me more than it hurts those players in that locker room when they lose, when they get embarrassed like they did last week at Kansas City.
All right, Lou, with that being said, if the Bears lose, what is going to happen? Do you think there's going to be people's jobs at stake?
This is not a Kansas City team. This is a team that allowed 70 points on them last weekend, the Broncos.
And over 700 yards. To a really good Miami team, but you're right. Do I think anything would happen after Sunday? No, because there's a quick turnaround, and they play Washington on Thursday next week. So I don't think it's a one-game deal. I do believe that if they were to lose Sunday against Denver and on Thursday at Washington, then there could be changes. But really, what changes are we talking about? You can't do anything with the head coach because who's going to be your defensive coordinator then? He's handling 2 jobs right now. He's head coach and he's calling defensive plays because of what happened to Alan Williams.
Yeah.
Who's going to call the offensive plays? Suddenly, is Luke Getsy going to be the head coach? Impossible. So let's think about, everyone wants to fire the world when things aren't going well, but no one thinks about, okay, well, who's going to handle those jobs if we dismiss coaches or we make changes at quarterback? Think about who you need to replace Justin Fields with. Are you going to replace Justin Fields with Tyson Bagent, who is an undrafted rookie, who came out of Shepherd College, a Division II school, and now he's basically had 4 weeks of regular season film to look at? Talk about throwing a kid to the wolves.
That's funny that you said that, Will, about the Bears and the Commanders. I'm letting you know, Lou, that I feel that a victory against Washington would happen. I'm going to be in Vegas on Thursday, and I'm putting money on the Bears to win.
Well, this is a Washington team that's won one game, but lost 37-3 last week to Buffalo. So here, if everything was, even if the Bears were 1-2, you'd feel good about this point in the schedule because they've got a winless Denver team that's frankly been as bad as the Bears, if not worse on defense. Then you have Washington got spanked by Buffalo last week. Then you've got a winless Minnesota team. You've got Carolina coming up. So it's a real soft spot in the schedule. Unfortunately, all those teams I just rattled off said, oh, guess what? We got the Bears coming up. We're going to get healthy because look at what the Bears have done the first 3 weeks.
All right, well, Lou Canellis, then what are you predicting score-wise this weekend? Bears, Broncos, Soldier Field.
All right, 2 things. Number one, the last 4 times these teams have met, the average margin of victory has been 2.5 points, less than a field goal. So I think it's a close game. I think the Bears run the football. I pray they do because they need the crowd at Soldier Field behind them because the crowd could work against them. If they start the game and lay an egg, that crowd will be heard with boos from here to Iowa. So they have to get the crowd behind them. I'm taking the Bears. Bears have not opened a season 0-4 since 2000. It doesn't happen Sunday. They win this game.
All right.
Real quick, hey, Lou, did you hear that story? I heard it this morning about the Bears and the Broncos game. A bunch of markets don't want the game played, and somewhere in Michigan, they don't want it played at all.
Why?
I have not heard about this.
Yeah, it was called, what was it, Sport Track or something like that. But that Michigan doesn't want it at all. The whole state of Michigan doesn't want the game at all.
Those guys in Michigan getting a little cocky now because their Lions are really good.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you saw them spank the Packers at Lambeau last night, but they're the best team in the NFC North.
Well,
we heard
I said that earlier this morning. They're finally, they have something to be excited about. They haven't had anything to be excited about since 1928. There's nothing going on. Well,
they haven't gone to the playoffs since '93.
Well, I think one piece of information was incorrect, Lou Canellis. So Eberflus he's the head coach. He's doing defense. Also, he's doing all the groundskeeping now. After all of the tractors were stolen last week, so he's doing triple duty. He brought his own.
Bears getting their money's worth, that's for sure.
He brought his own lawn tractor. Well, obviously, you can see Lou Canellis on Fox 32. Lou, love you, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Lou.
Love you guys. Have a good weekend.
See ya.
The Sherman and Tingle Show. Mornings on 97.1 FM The Drive, Chicago's classic rock.